ದೋಸೆಗೆ ನೈಸಾಂಗ
ಒಂದು ಕರಗರದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮಾಯ್ತು.
Namaste everyone. As usual, we begin with 3 ohms. So let's take a deep breath in. Our usual disclaimer: when you attend this session, you do so with the understanding you're responsible for your own well-being, and Life in Yoga and I don't take any responsibility for the outcome of your participation here. So please exercise caution in what you do and follow the rule of yoga that there can be no strain in whatever you do. With that as the guidance, let's begin with the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum. And as you squeeze at the perineum, pressing on the little finger, we do LUM. Take a deep breath in. LUM. Release the fingers. Continue.
Lam.
Lam. Bring the awareness an inch or so above the perineum. And as you draw in there behind the pubic area, we do Vam, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. Release the fingers, continue. Last time. Bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body. As you draw in at the navel, we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Ram. Release the fingers, continue. Bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yum, pressing on the index finger of the thumb.
Yum.
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 Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Release the fingers. Continue. Yum. 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 Last time. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Hum. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head. We do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Release the hand. Continue. Now bring the awareness to the top of the head and we do Om, thumbs up, loose twist. Last time, release the hand. Couple of more times. Last time. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. Those of you who know it, please proceed. And those of you who need instructions, bring the awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth that connects into the neck, focusing there. Inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, feel a mild sucking sensation. And as you exhale, feel like a reverse sucking sensation. So, but those of you who feel comfortable doing it, you can separate out your knees and place your palms on the floor or on the seat in front of you, and putting pressure on the hands, continue the Ujjayi. Now stretch up the hands and inhale, lift up the palms, and exhale, thumb inside the palms and a downward facing fist. You can do the same thing with the legs. Inhale, push out the heels. Exhale, point out the toes. Last exhalation. Now we go around the wrist. Inhale half a circle, exhale half a circle. Continue. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now elbows in line with the shoulders. As you inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms, and exhale, fist and come in again, and continue. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we will go on to the shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Hands at the chest, and as you inhale, stretch up and look up. And as you exhale, bring the hands by the side, chin down. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, make the fist and chin to the chest and inhale, stretch out as widely as you can. And exhale, chin into the chest. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we can go on to our twist to the right, left, back and chin down. To the right, left, back we do the sound ah, chin down we do the humming sound. So let's take a deep breath in, and as you exhale to the right, ah, to the left, ah, to the back, chin to the chest. Second round, twice in each direction to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Now, yes, third round, 3 times. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Now bring the awareness to the head, and we do Ah or Om 3 times, whichever makes you feel better. Now we'll go on to Kapalbhati before we do other things. So take a deep breath in and feel the belly come out and hold it compressed so that the air is a little compressed. From there you begin the exhalation, and remember to do it with gentleness so that it can be quick, but it should be without strain. Now, let's do few more shoulder rotations. Inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Interlock the fingers and bring it behind the head. As you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the head. Exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back up. Now, bring the hands behind the back and get hold of the elbows or the forearms wherever it will reach. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of your hips behind the back. As you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward arch, and exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other hand, exhale, come forward, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we cross one leg over the other. Get hold of the knee that's on the top. Exhale, pull and turn. Inhale, release and continue. Last exhalation, pull towards the shoulder and then release. Now we will do 3 times the same pulling with lum. Take a deep breath in. Lum. Lum.
Lum.
Lum. Now cross the leg the other way. And as you exhale, pull. Lum. Oh, sorry. Just pull and turn. Lum, we'll wait till the end. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn, and we do lum 3 times. Lum. Lum.
Lum.
Lum. Now, before we stand up, we have not done the neck rotation. So let's start with the sideways. Exhale, tilt the head, bringing one ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tilt the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Now we will do 360 degrees rotation around the neck. Exhale, chin to the chest, and then inhale half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, those of you who have good balance, you can stand up, and the others can be seated. And those of you who are standing, keep the feet shoulder width apart inside of the feet parallel to each other. And everyone can bring the hands behind the back. Get hold of the elbows or wherever it will reach. Take a deep breath in as you inhale. Stretch backward. Feel the stretch from the lower spine to the back of the neck. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Take another deep breath in and shift the weight to the left leg and make the backward arch leftward. Now take another deep breath in, shift the weight to the right leg and make the backward arch rightward. Take another deep breath in, come to the middle. Take a deep breath in and stretch back a little bit more and stay there, breathing normally. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly come up and lean forward, keeping the chin up and shoulder pulled back. Inhale and exhale, and with each exhalation, come down a little bit more. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop the hands towards the floor. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the left, shift the weight to the left leg, and feel the stretch in the hips. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the right, shifting the weight to the right leg. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, come back to the middle. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, get hold of your ankles and pull down yourselves in between the knees. You can drop the head and bring it even closer down. Take a deep breath in and slowly come up. Now, those of you who are seated can stand up, and you can hold a chair or something for keeping the balance. And those who don't need any support for balance, get hold of your hips, and we will go around the waist, the hips. Inhale and exhale, go around. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Now you can take a seat, and we'll do the alternate nostril breathing. Begin inhalation from the left nostril, exhale to the right, inhale to the right, and exhale to the left, and continue. Once you complete the last cycle, you can go on to the spinal mantra. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jain, Hai. So let's go. Jim, Jain, Hai. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om.
I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim Jam, I'm Om.
Now we can get ready for our 3 rounds of Bhastrika. So let's get ready for exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now we can get ready for the second round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now we can get ready for the last round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exit. 11. Exit. 12. Exit. 30. Exit. 40. Exit. 50. Exit. 60. Exit. 70. Exit. 80. Exit. 90. Exit. 20. Exit. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now we can get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. As you let go of everything, feel a lightness come on to you, and if you have a preferred method of meditation, you can do that. If not, visualize a rising vibration from the lowermost part of the sternum, going through the body and out of the top of the head. And you visualize the rising vibration as 3 syllables. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. And as you visualize that flow, we will have Om playing in the background. Om. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. With that as the affirmation, become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, look straight into lift up your palms and look straight into the palms when you open your eyes. So today being Sunday, we are open for any discussion. So some of you, your computers will be such that will create a feedback. So be careful that only when you're ready to speak, Virendra Kirtanaji, your computer is something that gives feedback. So you may not.
I have a question to ask.
Okay, ask.
Dr. Rajan, I have a question to ask. See, what is the advantage of spinal mantra? I'm Shim, Shim, Jim, Jam, Haim, I'm, spinal mantra. What is the advantage of that, Dr. Rajan?
Okay, I'm going to mute you now that you have asked your question. So the mantra is for healing any problem that is related to the spine or the nerve connection along the spine. So if you look across over here, is there anybody here who has benefited from this who would like to share anything? Well, in that case, I'll give you a few, what people have told me. I'm going to mute everyone. So when you're ready to speak, please unmute yourself one at a time, but raise your hand first. Okay. So we had one case of a person who used to have a knee pain all the time. And actually not all the time. When he did walking, he would get knee pain. And it was only the right knee. And after doing this practice for about a few weeks, the pain completely disappeared. No matter how much he walks, it would not, the pain would not come. Now, there is another person for whom the neck was always a problem. And after doing this, one day it completely restored itself and the neck became all right. So if there are any spinal related issues or the connections, that is what it's meant for. Okay. So
Thank you, Rajan. Thank you.
Yeah. So please go ahead, Dr. Homai Coppola.
I have a question. I don't go to sleep. What is the remedy for that sleep problem?
Okay, so you're unable to go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is basically, have you consulted a doctor?
No.
Well, you're a doctor yourself, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think you're unable to fall asleep?
Thinking.
Okay. See, what happens is there are two problems related to sleep. One is, you see, what in sleep medicine is called this thinking business is called arousal in the system. Okay? So the way to get over it is, if you do Ujjayi Pranayam as you're in your bed, if you keep doing it for after 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it'll suddenly pop off to sleep. So you can try Ujjayi Pranayama right in the bed, keeping your head on your pillow, do the Ujjayi, and you may fall off. Now,
What is Ujjayi?
the happy face breathing.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. But there is another thing also with respect to sleep that is very important. If you don't sleep when the sleep comes and you push back the sleep, then it will be difficult to fall asleep again. Okay? So what happens is, for most people, if you have food in your stomach, about half an hour after you have eaten, suddenly the body will feel like lying down, the eyes will feel like closing. That time, if you go to sleep, the sleep will come very nicely. Okay? Now, this is very interesting in the sense, in the Indian concept, most people will have dinner around 8 o'clock or so, 8:30. And the dinner will be a light dinner. You can call it a supper. And then they will fall asleep. Around 9:30, they're gone to sleep. Whereas in the Western sense, the dinner is the big meal. So the big meal of the day, people tend to have it a little early. And so they may have it like around anywhere from like 5:36 till 7 o'clock. And after the big meal, in the Western concept, people who eat at 6 o'clock and go to sleep at like 11 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, they have something called a supper, where they will have something additional to eat. So what happens is, you can watch yourself that if you eat half an hour afterwards, when I say eat, not so light like a cookie or, like a cracker or something. But if you eat something substantial, but yet not like a big meal, then in which case, half an hour after you will feel, wanting to lie down, then it is easier to fall asleep. So,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So Sushma ji, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Namaskar, Dr. Rajan.
Namaskar ji.
Just wanted to know that we start our chakra vibration with LUM, focusing on the perineum. And then recently we have started when we do the leg exercise, we do 3 times LUM. How are they different?
Do you find any difference?
I like the first one better because there
okay.
I feel, the beginning one.
We are not missing out one or the other. We are doing both, right?
Yes. I am
so when
doing
we do it the
both.
second time, do you find any difference in you?
No.
No. Anybody else find any difference with the second LUM?
Yes, I think I feel more relaxed when you are doing LUM. My concentration is better when you are doing LUM while we are moving the neck and the pushing up the. I feel it different and I like it that way.
Thank you. How many people find no use for it? Raise your hand.
I'm not saying there is no use for
No.
it.
We want to see what people are feeling and how they sense, right? See, what happens is, the key part is, when we lift up the knee, why are we lifting up the knee? When we lift up the knee, the lowermost part of the spine that is called the coccyx, the sacrum and the coccyx, and the sacrum and the coccyx is below the hip in between the buttocks, right? That area gets stimulated. When you lift it like this, that's the area that is getting stretched. Now, when we do LUM focused over there at that time, that all the parts that are connecting there get stimulated. Now, of course, when we lift up the knee, it is not only the lowermost part of the spine, but all the muscles related to that in that area, they also get stimulated. Now, as people age, and even sometimes young people, you will find that people develop problem with the hips and buttocks. People start getting tightness, pain, and things like that. Is there anybody here who had tightness in the hip or pain before you did, Tammy? Anybody else? Okay. And did it go away or reduce with this? Yes, right? So what happens is this LUM is to aid the energy or of the communication in the lowermost part of the spine and the muscles that are connected to it. So it is very useful for people. And you have also seen recently, when we lean forward, I'm twisting to the left and right, right? When we twist to the left and right, there are certain muscles in the buttocks area and the hip area that all get stimulated. And as a result of that, they become relaxed, and the problem related to hips and the buttocks area that for a lot of people can create problems. Slowly, the energy flow increases, and that is the reason. So that's the reason why we do the LUM and all these additional exercises.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Hemaji, go ahead.
Two things regarding the mantra for the spinal, which spinal mantra we do. So many of my friends and people around, we talk, that basically majority of the people have back problems, or knee problem. And somehow I think because we are doing the spinal mantra, it's not happening to us, So I think that there is a big factor that it works definitely for the back, the mantra. A lot of people, I have many friends, everybody has some or one or other kind of problem in their spinal. So many of them had surgeries also. So that one thing, I feel I'd never had one, and I'm feeling better. And I don't think that this mantra is the one which is only helping me. That is what I think. Second thing is
Hemaji, just 1 second. In this regard, when we first introduced this, I believe we first introduced this in 2021. And after doing it for 3 months, I took a survey among the participants at that time. 40% of the people had improvement, people who had any issue. Okay?
Okay.
So with that one, everything else was exactly what we were doing. We only changed that one thing. And 40% of the people told me they had improvement. Anybody who had any spine-related pain or back pain, 40% of them had, it actually, the pain completely disappeared.
Yeah.
And for the remaining, there was a very mild improvement. There were at least 20% of the people on whom it had no effect.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
But for 40% of the people to have substantial effect, another 40% to have some mild effect, and another 20% no effect, right? For people who had, that's a very good number that we had at that time when I took the survey.
Right. And the twisting poses you were teaching us for the yoga, sitting in the chair and twisting, a lot of twisting we have been doing. So
Yes.
that and this mantra, I think they both together works miracle. I don't have any problem, and I think
Yes.
because of this, I'm not having it.
You are sensitive and you're absolutely right. You see, what happened was when we started doing this twisting with sound, we're not doing that before. That is only we are doing in the last 3 or 4 months, right? So actually, not 3 or 4, something like that, 6 months or something. So when we started doing this, I could actually sense how the communication along the spine improved substantially. Now, in yoga, we look upon it as the movement of the prana vayu, or prana is the communication along the spine, the central nervous system. So, yes, go ahead, Hemaji. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, and second thing, the doctor who had the sleeping disorder she's talking about, the one thing can help. Try it: warm milk with nutmeg powder in it before going to sleep, and that
Yes.
really helps because nutmeg has some chemicals in there which makes you go to sleep. And little honey, three things together: drink warm glass of milk with nutmeg and honey. It should help you.
This is a recommended Ayurveda portion. In
Exactly.
Ayurveda, this is a recommended system. And for people who have that, this thing, you can have it. But by the way, it doesn't work for 100% of the people, but it works for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yes. So just give a shot. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, Tammy, go ahead.
Yeah, hi there. While we're talking about the spine, I was in an accident at the end of March after retreat and had whiplash, right? And didn't really go. I went to doctor and physical therapy and all that, and it wasn't working. So last week, I finally went to a specialist chiropractor, and he is more scientific because he measures before and after. He's got some machines that can measure the spine and the communication. Well, as he's doing my spine, it was so neat. Of course, it's inflamed and things are up here, but the whole bottom 3/4 of my spine, he was like, "Who has a spine like this at your age?" He was so amazed, and I really just want to say that when we do this and just the vibration, the difference, the communication, keeping all that open. And then also, he did an antioxidant test on me, right, for the free radicals. And I was off the charts with my score in amazement. So he couldn't even sell me any supplements. That was kind of funny. But I just want to say, it really, when you go to science, when you meet up with science on the other side, it is making a difference. The spine going up. And my range of motion, touching my chin to my, my chest, all of this. He was just so yeah, that was, and I'm looking to see if on my treatment on Monday, I'm taking my BioWell and my computer in. So I'm going to show him how we use science and then see what goes from there. So just so you know, that's what's coming up. Yeah, but thank you. It works. It works.
You're very welcome. Tammy, you haven't had first hands-on experience with the Metatron.
Mm-hmm.
That is a mind-blowing experience.
Mm-hmm. You did my reading, and with Hema, we did our readings together.
And
you said I was healthy as a horse, Doc.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Yeah, and Dr. Rajan, one great thing, I never wake up with my back problem in the morning. Never. I get up and I'm walking like people, like limp and walk problem with back that time. In the morning, especially, I am fine. I get out of the bed and I don't have no achy back or anything like that. So I think anytime I notice that yoga with back problem, there are a lot of yoga postures. Most of them are twisting, and we do a lot of twisting. I think that's helping us the most,
Yes.
With this mantra and that both together, we will keep it healthy. I think we should not have any problem with our backs.
Absolutely. And I think the thing is, we can never say never, but we actually reduce the probability of the back-related issues through aging as we do all of these practices. Absolutely. Satyapal Kheraji has made a note. After Bhastrika, we do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka and the Brahmari. What are the significance of these two and how do they affect the body or mind? Okay. So this question, to explain this carefully, I need to explain the physiological element when we do the Bhastrika Pranayama. When we do Bhastrika, we are using 30 to 40% of our lungs as opposed to normal breathing where we use about 10% of the lungs. But then the breath is also a little slower than normal breathing. Normal breathing, it used to be said it's about 15 breaths per minute. These days, I'm reading that maybe the society is getting more stressed. I'm reading it is 15 to 20 breaths per minute. So the industrial age has caught up with people, with more stress, and they are breathing faster. Okay. So when we do Bhastrika, typically it ranges between 6 to 9 breaths per minute. Okay, that is what it is when we do that. So when we are breathing, like, almost half the number of times, or maybe more like, 40% of what we normally breathe. But on the other hand, we are inhaling 3 to 4 times more, right? So what happens is, effectively, there is a much larger amount of oxygen intake potential. Why do I call it as oxygen intake potential? Because the oxygen goes into the lungs, but the lung needs to absorb the oxygen. The exchange in the alveoli, where the carbon dioxide and oxygen exchange, it needs to exchange over there. So typically, for most people, it does happen. Even if people have lung-related issue, by doing Bhastrika, they take in more oxygen than they normally take. And it could be anywhere from 10-20% to 50% more than usual. So once you start doing this for about 20 breaths, the amount of oxygen saturation is high enough, and that the brain becomes a little confused. Why does it become confused? It becomes confused because the brain normally thinks, when we are not actively focused on breathing or the heart rate, as part of what is called the autonomic nervous system, the brain thinks it is making you breathe enough to get enough oxygen for all the parts of the body that are what its brain thinks is needed, and it sends the oxygen through the blood. Now, when we start breathing like this, the brain loses control, because we are the one who is breathing, not the brain automatically, right? So once that happens, the amount of oxygen that comes into the system increases to a degree that the brain becomes confused. The brain doesn't know what to do with the oxygen. So there is complete saturation in the system. If that happens, you start feeling sensations in the head. And that sensation is the confusion in the brain that is going on. And if you kept on continuing to breathe without stopping after 20 breaths, you breathe 100 or 200 breaths, you will faint. That fainting is called respiratory alkalosis in physiology, in medicine. Okay? So what happens is, after 20 breaths, we stop. But on the other hand, if there is excessive oxygen in the system, we need to make the brain direct that oxygen for more usage. Now, think of it this way. We can always do with more oxygen if the brain sends the blood to the places where the need is there, right? So the brain is not as brainy as we think, because it doesn't, when people have pain in the muscles and the joints, all it has to do is send more blood over there along with oxygen. The problem will get resolved. But the brain has been used to, over the years, only sending so much oxygen to those parts of the body. So what happens is, in the conventional Bhastrika practice, if you go by what the Hatha Yoga Pradipika says is, after 20 breaths, you're supposed to take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath in Kumbhaka for, as long as it's comfortable for you, and exhale through the left nostril. Okay? That is the prescription that comes from the Hatha Yoga text. However, what I found was, if you did the Ujjayi Kumbhaka and hold, and you exhale in between the teeth after holding it for a while, that holding the breath has the same effect of the stimulation as inhaling from the right nostril and holding. But then when you do it as the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, and when you do through that, it also has impact on the thyroid. Now, if you talk to physicians, I have been we have in our team a few of these, internal medicine physicians, and I've heard a comment from them that a large number of people, as they age, they get into thyroid supplements. We have a few doctors over here. Have you heard of that? Yeah, there it is. The two doctors are raising their hands. So what happens is, when we do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, it stimulates the thyroid as well. And so within our practice to keep that going, I added that. Now, why Brahmari after that? Now, what happens is, the Brahmari actually stimulates the whole body, but it has greater impact on the brain. And it relaxes the brain. Anytime you're relaxed, you're able to adjust and adapt better. So that is the reason we have put that as the sequence, Satyapalji. Okay. Any other comments, questions, items for discussion?
Just short.
Yes.
The oxygen about, I just want to know one question, that the oxygen we breathe in, take in, is it right that whatever time we spend in taking in, should we take same time out or longer time? Because I heard that longer time is better, and what is the reason of that? I don't know.
Okay. So the thing is, basically, there are two elements involved in breathing. Okay. One is our lungs are structured in such a way where it is easier to inhale, and exhalation is a little bit more effort. But actually, let's put it this way: with an effort, you can easily inhale quickly. But if you let go of it, the exhalation is a lot slower naturally. Now, when it is a lot slower naturally and you go through that process, it is actually very relaxing to the system. Now, there is a second aspect of it. When you inhale, you want to keep the air in there a little longer a time so that there is time for the carbon dioxide and oxygen to exchange in the alveoli, in the air sacs, right? So that is the logic behind why it is normally considered it's a good idea to breathe like that. But you don't have to even worry about it. In your natural breathing, you'll automatically, exhalation will be slightly slower than inhalation.
I see.
If you're relaxed.
Thank you. Because I remember always think that I read somewhere you should take out longer time, the oxygen. Yeah. Thank you.
Dr. Rajan, I just want to add, thank you very much what you said. Another reason is when we take deep breath in, when we are exhaling more, because when we are taking deep breath in, our diaphragm is stimulated, which is connected with the vagus nerve. When you are taking a longer exhalation, vagus nerve is stimulated because your diaphragm constricts, and vagus nerve is related parasympathetic, which is related with the relaxation and calming effect, and also affects your left prefrontal lobe where you have decision making. So that's why when you are taking deep breaths in and out, shorter inhalation, longer, after that you feel really good. Even when you are tense, somebody say, stop, take deep breath, stop, take deep breath. Just even your nani and dadi will say that thing. So that's the reason behind also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Aruna Kathuria, you want to say something, and then that will be the last one. Then we'll stop. You have to
I
unmute.
want to ask you about the sinus problem I have. I go through when I do then yoga and turn my neck right, left, or back. It really gets after that painful. Is that any other?
I understand. You see, what happens is, do you get sinus problem all the time?
Not all the time, but most of the weather thing, it bothers me. And I get sneezing and runny nose and headache sometimes.
Not asthma, right?
Asthma is almost finished because I do everyday exercise with you.
Okay.
Almost finished, yeah.
Yes. See, what happens is your condition is such where you have a weakness in your sinuses, where as a result of that, the initial phase of the sinus being affected, you will have rapid what is called post-nasal drip. That means
Yeah, that's what I get post
Yes.
nasal dripping.
the
Yes.
phlegm is flowing through the back all the time. Now, what
Yes.
ends up happening is, as it is flowing like that, there are when you turn your head and all of that,
Yeah.
sometimes you will feel choking sensation.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I do that. Yeah.
And the other thing that will also happen is, for such people, sometimes because of excessive flow of phlegm into the GI tract, even the bowel movements can sometimes not be perfectly normal.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Now, the thing is basically, if that postnasal drip, as long as the postnasal drip is flowing very easily, you won't have any pressure in the head or any of these places. But once, if it is not flowing well and it creates slight congestion, then you will start getting headache. And
Headache, yeah.
sometimes it will become a sinus infection, which will make it worse. So
Yes.
for this, you see, because you're genetically prone to it, the only way in which you can make sure you try to prevent it from becoming worse all the time is do Brahmari. The Brahmari, do
Yeah.
that 15 breaths about 4 or 5 times a day. Right from the morning, right to the evening, every few hours, do like 10-15 times that Brahmari, and that will help you to minimize it into a larger extent.
Yeah. I'm taking medication also, Zyrtec, for the sinus. Yeah.
I understand. The thing is, you see, what happens is, I see Dr. Sadhana Samant is nodding, saying not a good idea for medication. And but I'm not qualified to give that. But Sadhana ji, go ahead, tell her about it.
I can just recommend that you can try garlic. One clove of garlic.
Hanji.
Before you have your lunch, when you are preparing ready to have the lunch, you are warming something or whatever, just crush it, let it open to the air, let some of the enzymes which we don't need to evaporate. And while you are having lunch, you can eat that whole petal, not at a time, little bite, because if you try to eat just
If I take with warm water, is it okay?
No, you have to crush it and
Crunch it, eat it like a nut, like crunching a nut.
Like with
So
it, you will not even realize. Don't you like garlic? Any problem
No.
with garlic?
Yes, I have big problem. I just swallow it. I just swallow it with warm water.
There are garlic preparations available. You can have aged garlic preparations. You can have them, and that is really preventative and even curative for sinusitis, chronic sinusitis.
Yeah.
Zyrtec
Thank
is
you.
not a solution. It is, on the contrary, if you take Zyrtec, after a while, the effect is gone, you will get more congestion.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So you see, we'll close over here. There is a statement like an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right?
Yeah.
And I think here what we learned is a garlic a day will keep all allergies away, right? So see you all. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you very
So
much.
Sadhana ji, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Ravi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
It is
Thank you.
one petal day. It's really good idea to take it.
Good.
And be taken in this way.
But
If you
smell, bother smell.
can buy the tablets are available, not tablets, the capsules. Good.
Okay.
The garlic preparation from pure and capsules.
Good.
Their preparations. Okay.
If you roast the garlic, the smell will go away.
See, Kemsara wrote this thing, there's going to be a lot of problems. His computer is a bad computer, so I'll close here. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, Sadhana ji, you can say what you want.
No, I just said somebody was saying something about smell or something.
Yeah, the garlic smell, when you swallow.
You can buy the good garlic preparation. Don't buy anything. Just buy from good branded company because all supplements are not made good. Not necessarily.
See, you can also follow the yogic rule. You see, everything should be in sufficient quantity according to what your system is. For some people, if you eat garlic, you'll smell very bad. And the Ayurvedic and the yogic understanding is it is expelling the garlic out of your system. Now, for other people, you'll find you can take a little bit of garlic, there won't be smell. If you take too much of garlic, there'll be smell. So each person should, one size doesn't fit all, right? So each person test for yourself and do what is appropriate. Right?
Then there are good preparation they can buy if they cannot tolerate garlic or some of people don't eat garlic. Onion. For them, this is, if as a medicine they take garlic preparation, the tablet, that will be really helpful.
Helpful. Okay.
So we'll close over here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Today. Namaste.
Namaste.
कैसे हैं आप? कैसे हैं? ठीक
है? आप कैसे हैं?
सब चलता है, सब ठीक है। ईश्वर की दुआ, ईश्वर की और अपने मित्रगणों की। हाँ, ठीक है।
नमस्ते, नमस्ते।
आज तो हमारा योगा बोर्ड। नमस्ते दया
भाई, जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
नमस्ते।
नमस्ते, नमस्ते एवरीबॉडी, नमस्ते। चलिए, गुड बाय।